Hey there, and welcome back to another episode with the King, or some people now call me Father J. To each their own, call me what you like, okay? So I'd like to give a shout out before we get started to all of you, the loyal fans. I appreciate your support, I appreciate the interest, and I came back from the shadows for you guys. So give yourselves a round of applause because I'm proud of you. I'd also like to give a shout out to Mr. Chase Britton. Now, a lot of you don't know this, but at early August, I called Chase on the phone. I said, hey man, I'm gonna have to go back to the hills, hold it down over there, teach some people some things or two, but I need you to stay back in High Point and take care of this town for me, all right? Make sure everybody's making smart decisions, okay? And I'll hand it to Mr. Chase Britton. He did a fantastic job. Very nicely done. But he called me on the phone about 2 weeks ago. He said, hey man, listen, you got to come back to High Point. All right, you got to come back to your kingdom. I've been trying to do what you said. You know, I've told people about Jordan Peterson. I've told them to read the word daily. Told them to listen to their fathers, and the people are not listening. I need you to come bring some order back into this lawless land. I told them, listen, I got fall break coming up, just this little bit amount of time, and I'll be there to restore order, okay? So guys, I am back. Chase, thank you for watching over my town when I was on leave, on sabbatical, okay? But without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so I know you've been wondering, who is his mystery Mississippi Queen? Is this a lady? Is this a thing? Is Jarrett tied down? I don't know what to do. But I'm about to answer all your questions for you guys. So thank you for the patience. I really appreciate it. So guys, no, it is not a woman, okay? But she is somebody very special to me. All right, now I'm gonna teach you how to make a Mississippi Queen. So each and every one of you strong men and women, I don't discriminate, can have a Mississippi Queen all to yourself. Now, the last video cut out, so I already had my bananas in here, okay? But what you wanna do is you wanna take a banana, you put the banana in first. Okay, that way when you put your liquid in, it doesn't splash when you drop in the solids. It makes sense. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, you might be wondering, hey, Mr. King, is it okay if I use a different fruit rather than, just bananas? That's an excellent question. Thank you for asking. And yes, absolutely, you may use a different fruit other than bananas. The issue with that, let me tell you, is bananas, you get the most calories per dollar spent. Okay, so one banana is roughly around 90 to 110 calories, depending on the size. Okay, where other fruits like berries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, they have less calories and you spend more money on them. Also, you might think that the banana gets a little bit mushy, but we're gonna show you how to stop that from happening. The thing with the berries is they have seeds in them. What's the big deal with seeds, you ask? Well, the issue is it makes it harder to put down. And the goal with the Mississippi Queen is to get all of the nutrients that you possibly can while tasting delicious, okay? So, the second ingredient is eggs. We are going to put in typically 4 eggs. But it seems that I have 5 available, so why not do a 5th one, right? Now you might be wondering, Father J, why raw eggs? That's a great question as well. Thank you for the curiosity. I really appreciate it. Eggs are one of the most micronutrient dense foods in the world. All the nutrients in the eggs are in fact actually in the yolks. The whites handle about 2/3 of the protein. The yolks handle all the nutrition and about 1/3 of the protein. Okay? So, you might be wondering, well, what about salmonella? And here's my thing with that. If I got salmonella and I got sick, it would create a resistance to salmonella, like COVID. If I were to get salmonella or COVID, it would only strengthen me and make me that much stronger. So you asked me if I'm afraid of salmonella. The answer is no, absolutely not. I welcome it. I want it. Okay? Also, if you're like, hey, I'm not as confident as you, sir, then you can actually filter out the whites. You put the yolk in your hand, you filter it out, and let the whites fall into the sink. Because salmonella is only present on the inside of the shell, which means it leaks into the egg whites, but there has been no evidence that it leaks into the yolk. You also could be asking, why don't you cook the egg? Well, when you cook the egg, you denature a lot of the nutrients. That is why people eat raw organs. I eat my liver raw, not cooked. Okay? Makes more sense that way. Now, you could do pasteurized eggs, but why would you pay more money when you don't need to? Salmonella is only present in 1 out of 20,000 eggs. And I think the FDA pushed that up from 1 to 40,000. Okay? But don't trust the FDA. It's a government-ran organization. It's corrupt just like the rest of them. But I know that you guys are smart, young people who already know that the government lies to you. Or hopefully you do. But I'm here to tell you that it does. Okay? So you can trust me that the eggs are good. They're a good idea. If you get salmonella, you'll come back stronger. So why not want salmonella? Okay? You might be wondering about the taste. Okay? Are you serious? Are you serious? We don't eat things for taste. It tastes good. I'm not going to lie to you. It tastes delicious. I got people to vouch for me. Mr. Carter Matheson. First guy to take my word for it. Started doing it himself. And look at him now. Sky's the limit. Shout out to you, Mr. Matheson. So let's get down to the next ingredients, okay? Let's get a tablespoon. Let's crack open some olive oil, okay? We are going to do 3 tablespoons of this. Yes, 3. Each tablespoon is about 120 calories. So 120 times 3 is 360. You guys got it. Let's go. All right, so why do I do this? I do it for the calories. Also, olive oil is relatively good for you. The only oils that are better be maybe raw coconut oil, ghee, grass-fed butter. Those are more optimal than olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, I might add. If you're still cooking with canola oil, stop. It's horrible for you. It's an endocrine disruptor. It's a carcinogen. It's heavily processed. Stop it. You're wondering why you're gaining too much weight and you're not eating that much calories? It's the olive oil, okay? Or not the olive oil, excuse me. It's the canola oil, the vegetable oil, the seed oils, the peanut oil, the grapeseed oil, whatever, okay? Stop eating canola oil. It's bad for you. It leads to diabetes, heart disease, disrupted endocrine system, leaky gut, disrupted hormonal systems, okay? Stop doing it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, orange juice is our next ingredient, and we are going to find a measuring cup. Looky there. Now, I actually just ran to the store to buy this just for you guys. Now, one thing to note is orange juice is pasteurized. If you can squeeze the oranges yourselves, then you should do that. It's more optimal. When they pasteurize it, they basically kill everything in it. Almost all of the micronutrients, just to kill a little bit of the bacteria that might be in there. Okay? So orange juice is high in vitamin C. But when you pasteurize it, you kill off a lot of that. It's just something to note. Also, you'll see on here, maybe you will, maybe you won't. It says never from concentrate. Do not get concentrate. It means it's processed more. Okay? The little amount of processing that you can do is the most optimal for you and your health. Okay, so now we got 4 ingredients down. And now we are going to go to Naked Whey. Alright. Now this is a little bit processed, but let's just read through it together, okay? The serving size is 2 scoops. It is from pasture-fed cow's milk, small dairy farms in California. No artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors. It has 1 ingredient. That's the key. That's the key right there, guys. Let's pay attention. All right, perk up. 1 ingredient, organic grass-fed whey protein. Okay, it is GMO-free and soy-free. Soy is an endocrine disruptor. Same thing as canola oil. It is horrible for you and it makes you infertile, soft, and weak. Avoid soy. Gluten-free, also good. Less gut irritation. Growth hormone-free. Growth hormone in animals is a endocrine disruptor as well. Cold processed, that means it's not going through a factory and it's heated up to where it kills all of the nutrients. And then acid and bleach-free processing. Obviously less harmful. Okay, so normally I have 2 of these a day. And I do 1 scoop in each. But we are going to do 2 scoops in just this one. This is also unflavored, but it tastes similar to milk. It's pretty good. Now watch carefully as I put these scoops in here, okay? I'll explain in a sec. Just pay attention. So you want to get your scoops in the middle of the liquid. You don't want all of the powder going to the sides, because when you blend something, the liquid rises, and if the powder is on the side, then it'll push it up against the side of the blender, and then when the liquid covers it, it'll stick to the side of the blender. So that's another little tip for you guys. So let's go ahead and blend this thing up. Let's do it. There we are. Well, you guys can see right there. Look at that. Alrighty, she's all done. Let's go find our mason jar. So why would you put something in plastic when you don't have to? Wow, look at that, huh? Your own Mississippi Queen. All right, one thing to know about this, let me get situated here, be patient. One thing to know about this is it'll get foamy. It will. It's a necessary evil. We all have to deal with it. The way to fix this, though, and I already figured it out to tell you guys, is you put it in the fridge. You keep the ingredients cold. It's got some raw eggs, it's got some orange juice. You want to keep it cold. So you put this in the fridge for at least 2 hours before you drink it. That should give you enough time for it to separate. Okay? The foam will separate. All the ingredients in here will start separating it. All you do is put the lid on it, shake it up a couple times, and it is ready to rock. It's not thick, it's more of a liquid. Now you're probably asking, what does it taste like, King? Mr. King, what does it taste like? Well, it tastes like bananas. It's really not much to it. You get a little bit of the twang with the orange juice, but the orange juice is mostly there for the calories. This is all whole foods except for the protein powder, which for the most part is more of a whole food than the stuff that you eat anyways. Let's be honest. So let's go over the macros. Okay, so our first ingredient, a banana, is medium size. Let's say it's 100 calories roughly. We had the eggs. We did 5, but let's go off of 4 because that's what we normally do. So 4 times 70 is 280 plus 100 is 380 calories so far. Okay, the olive oil is about 120 servings per tablespoon. So what is that? 360 plus, let's see, 380 plus 360. So what, 740? 740, someone check me on that. And then plus 110, so 740, 850. And then we did 2 scoops of this. Okay, so that's 120, so 850, 970. We got 970 in here, but we did an extra egg. So we actually go over the 1,000 mark. And look, it's not that much, guys. You can't really see the measurements because of the extra egg and because of the extra scoop of protein in here. It's a little bit higher, but normally it'll be around 3 cups. 3 cups of liquid. So guys, listen, I appreciate your attentive behavior. Just want to say I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to teach you guys and to educate you and get you off the dark path that you're on. So I'm always here. Reach out with comments, questions, concerns. I'll do my best to get right back to you and answer that. All right. I appreciate your time. Y'all be careful and go read the word. Okay? Go read the word. Peace out.